Hello there. I'm reviewing the ship on the shore at the Shore Leith. Now, this restaurant is really nice. It's consistently nice. Been going there, well, I've actually not been there that many times, but I used to go when with my mum and dad at New Year a couple of times. Went there and we had a great time. I don't know if it's still like that at New Year. It was a really big do when we used to go. I don't know what it's like now. I haven't been at New Year for a long time, but my mother at Christmas time gave us a voucher that was a £70 voucher. So we went along and they do seafood, do a lot of nice seafood. They do nice cocktails. The thing I like about their cocktails is that they do the classic ones. There's a few that are there's quite a good list of them as well. There's a few that are maybe got, a bit of a twist or whatever, a little bit newer, but they do the classic ones as well. So you get your margaritas, they do a beautiful French martini and several other ones. But they have got a really nice cocktail menu and I love seafood. So I'm in my element in this place. It's very classy. You won't find me in anywhere middle of the road. You won't find me in Marks and Spencer's cafe. You'll either find me in an extremely cheap place, extremely cheap cafe, where I get the lowest prices, extremely cheap pub, or I'll jump away up to the other end, which isn't often because I can't afford it, but when I can, I do it. But anyway, I just like to do it that way. But yeah, ship on the shore. So went along with this voucher. Now, they've got champagne on the menu by the glass. So obviously I'm tempted. I love this stuff. Don't drink often because it is expensive. They had Tattinger on the menu. £16 a glass it was. So I got right into that. I had to get one of them. One's never enough. Went to two. With the food, I got a seafood platter. Now, this was actually, because seen other people get seafood platters online, food vlogs and things, and they could be quite pricey. This one was £30, which I think is actually kind of reasonable. When I compare them to the other ones I've seen, there was I can't remember everything that was on it. I have got a video, but there was smoked salmon, there was an oyster, there was roll up herring, which I love. I used to buy it in jars out the supermarket. Yeah, so roll up herring, there was there prawns? I can't remember. I think there maybe was. There was mussels, there was definitely mussels. There was some other kind of fish. There was a lot of seafood on this platter and it was all icy, the big ice, and then there was the lemon and everything. And it was just absolutely, the fish, it was absolutely gorgeous. I love seafood. The only thing I wasn't so keen on was they put mackerel on it and it was bony and they would have been better just to leave it off. But for some reason mackerel was on it. I don't know why, they shouldn't have bothered. But there was some really nice fish and seafood on this platter. And as I say, there's a video on it, so you'll be able to see a bit better what was on it. And my partner, he got a monkfish curry, which he said was beautiful as well. And now I can't remember if he got a dessert, but I got a creme brulee, which was lovely. And afterwards, sat in the bar and went from champagne, because I had 2 glasses of champagne with the meal, went to cocktails. My partner, he likes one Dark and Stormy, which is a rum based, which he likes to get there. And I think I went to it's either, I always get mixed up. It was either the old fashioned or it was what's the other one that's similar? The other sort of whiskey based. There's the old fashioned and what is that other one called? I can't remember, but it was kind of, whiskey based and a kind of orangey, with an orangey sort of tang, very strong. So what I've needless to say, I was almost on my back that night. But I suppose because I had so much to eat, survived it. No, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. I got a side of fries with it as well. And the fries were just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, this food is so nice. But the thing I have to say about the seafood platter, you really want to go with someone who likes that as well, because it was shareable. Because if you got that between 2 people and 2 portions of chips, it would do 2 really well. But he didn't want it. He was like, no, I'm having a curry, so couldn't do that. But it really would do too, because I found it was actually far too much seafood. I got seafood overload after I got maybe like 3/4 of the way through it. I was like, "Ugh," a bit heavy on the seafood now, but it was so nice. And as we say, I've got cocktails afterwards. But yeah, really, absolutely lovely. Like all the quality of everything's perfect there. It's just a lovely place for a meal, and the setting, the ambience is beautiful. It's so like kind of French style, quite opulent, but not over the top. It's just perfect the way they've got it. The lovely glassware and everything, beautiful mirrors. The bathrooms are nice. Everything's lovely and clean. Service is good. And the music, like the music they always play, and they've always done this. The Rat Pack, or Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, all that, it always plays and it never stops. So that's all. It's always just nice to. It's almost like walking in a sort of time warp. It's like you feel like you're in the 40s or 50s when you go in there. It's just sort of brilliant that way. And been back since as well, like just for I like if the way they make the French martini is lovely. They've got the perfect balance on that cocktail. So it's definitely somewhere I'd recommend. I picked up this little list from there last time I was in as well. They do a Cur Royal champagne with a dash of Cassius liqueur. So there we are. This is a champagne cocktail menu. Didn't let me near this place. It's gonna have to lock myself in the house. Right, Cur Royal with dash of Cassius liqueur, £16, French 75, champagne Tanqueray gin. I wouldn't not mix champagne with gin. I don't drink gin at all because it just totally, it makes me depressed. I can't drink it. I love it, but I can't drink it. That's got lemon juice and sugar. Classic champagne cocktail, the champagne Cure, I can't pronounce that. I think it's a brandy Cure. Close. I don't know if you can, excuse my nails, they're all chipped. Sugar Cube and Angostura bitters, Vesper Royale, Tanqueray gin, Grey Goose vodka, Lillet, topped up with champagne, Brasserie Royale, champagne with a dash of strawberry liqueur. Ship's Treasure, champagne with a dash of cherry Grand Marina brandy and a maraschino cherry. Champagne on and brandy. I will be on my back. I've got to go back and get some of them. And that's £16 to £18, so they aren't cheap, but they aren't the most expensive either. I've seen worse. I don't think there was any service charge either, actually. I'm sure there wasn't a service charge, as far as I can remember. And actually, the other cocktails that aren't the champagne ones are more reasonable. Like the French martini was £11.50 last time I went. And the same as my partner's one, the Dark and Stormy, that was about the £12 as well. So they aren't the cheapest, but they're very, very well made. It's not like these, you go in and you get these kind of watered down, juicy cocktails that are out of packet or whatever. None of that rubbish. It's they're properly done. So yeah. So that's that anyway. But yeah, it is if you're uncomfortable with formal places, it is quite formal. It is maybe just a bit too much, slightly too much on the formal side, which isn't really a criticism because they are really nice and they're very nice. The service is very good, but it can maybe be slightly bit more relaxed. Maybe the music up a bit more as well, because the music is that level where you can hear it, but you're actually sort of struggling to hear it, which becomes a bit irritating. I'm not saying it shouldn't be blaring in a place like that. It wouldn't suit it, but they could put it up just a little bit, just and it just I think that kind of helps to relax as well. But yeah, it is a lovely pub, lovely restaurant. Bathrooms are really nice as well. So we ended up spending £140. So we spent double. The voucher was for 70 and we went along and spent double. It was lucky I had a bit of savings stashed in the bank. But so with that was the seafood platter, portion of fries, the monkfish curry, which came with rice, and I think it did come with bread as well. 2 glasses of 2 glasses of Tattinger champagne, a dark and stormy cocktail, and in fact I think that was all, and then I think there were other drinks on top of that. No. I think they probably were. Yeah, but I did go for the most expensive drinks and things. Could have had water with the meal or something, maybe just one glass of, water and one glass of champagne. But I'm never really sensible when uh, it comes to things like this because it doesn't happen often. But yeah, absolutely lovely night, really nice time. Would definitely go back. If you love seafood, cocktails, champagne, Rat Pack music, go to the Ship on the Shore.